what else am I supposed to do? Because what happens is when this thing keeps going on and on and on and on and on, and people just cannot move on, then you stop being apologetic. And I don't want that to happen. So I really just don't want this topic to just keep going on, guys. I really have a life. I have moved on. I signed the show for 4 months. I cannot do it any longer. They're not even paying me for it now. So like हो गया मेरा ट्रॉफी आ गया 4 महीने के ऊपर मैं नहीं खेल सकती हूँ बिग बॉस भैया. I don't know the ones playing it still. Please go and do this with them. I'm doing Naagin now. I'm not doing Big Boss anymore. Thank you. 4 महीने more than enough. I'm good. Thank you. It was like that.
Hello everyone, welcome to PeepingMoon.com. I'm Rashita, Sahni, and today joining me for a super interesting conversation is Tejasswi Prakash, who's all set to impress us all in Naagin 6 after her beautiful stint in Bigg Boss 15. Hi Tejasswi, how have you been?
I've been great. How are you?
Great as well. So Tejasswi, starting off, just today I was speaking with Ekta, and she mentioned how she actually finalized you while you were inside the house, and she spoke to your manager, and everything got fixed. But when you came to know about it, I also read an interview where you have been saying that you wanted to work with Ekta for a very long time. What was your first reaction like?
Oh, I was super excited. I couldn't have hoped for anything better because I was a little scared, because a lot of times what happens is when you do a show like Bigg Boss, and then you tend to get overexposed.
Yeah.
And then work sometimes becomes an issue. So it was a scary feeling. But then the moment I got out of the show, the next day I started working for an amazing show like Naagin. So I was obviously I couldn't have asked for a better project right after the show. There's obviously other things that I would like to do as well. But starting off with the Naagin right after I get out of the house is a good move, I feel.
Ekta sort of auditioned more than 50 actresses for the role, and then she just could not vibe with them, giving them the role of Naagin. Now, this also comes as a big responsibility to someone who has gotten the opportunity and is working on the show. So does that put sort of any pressure on your shoulders?
Oh, this is news to me. I didn't know she
Yeah,
auditioned so many
she
other
told
girls.
me today. Yeah.
Oh, she did. Okay. So um so I wasn't really taking any pressure, honestly, but every new thing that I'm getting to know today is
Yeah.
is now putting a lot of pressure on me. But honestly speaking, I think I'll just stick to I'll do me. Like, I'll do the best I can, and the rest I'll just leave it up to the audience. I don't know if I function the best under pressure.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm going to think about it. I'm just going to I'll just go with the fact that I'm going to do my best and just have the confidence that people will love me, period.
Okay, great to hear that. And also talking about the internet space that we have been constantly attached with, and as a public figure, I'm sure you're used to all the trolling and all of that keeps happening now. What was really funny is when you won Big Boss, people started associating a certain section on the internet started associating it with Nagin 6, you getting the show, and everyone started saying, okay, she won because she got Nagin. I didn't understand how it was related. I also asked Ekta the very same question this evening, and she told me it had nothing to do with Nagin. It's just not related. How do you react to that?
Nothing. I just think it's very funny. Like, I don't know what else, like, how else to react to this. There were a lot of other girls on the show. Just, I don't know if you noticed, but why? If that was the case, they could have offered Nagin to anybody else. They could have
Yeah.
probably purposely made somebody else the winner. But then why me? Even if, let's just say, your logic is like, even if what you're saying is true. I wasn't the only girl on the show, so that's silly. Secondly, there have been a lot of actresses who've done Nagin and not won Big Boss, because I don't really think Ekta ma'am cares that, like my Nagin should be a Big Boss ka winner. I don't want just like only a Big Boss winner qualifies to be a Nagin. It's just silly. I don't think she would have just thrown me out of the show if had I not won. So so it's just funny to me. It's just funny to me. Nothing works. No logic over here works. Like, so it's happened in the past where a person's become a Nagin and still not won, or a person who's won and not been offered Nagin. And the fact that there were a lot of other people on the show, but then why did they choose me to be the Nagin or me to win the show? Or like, I don't know. If you're questioning my victory, I think then in that case, if you do not trust the format that you are a part of, then why do you watch it, or why do you be a part of it? There's obviously a certain level of trust that you have, right? And it really is sad and funny. It's just sad that you doubt the channel or the production house so much, or the fact that I've received so much love, because the love that I've received is extremely evident, and it's been evident on a lot of different platforms. It's been evident on um, the trends that have happened during the show. It's been evident on a lot of other stats, a lot of things where I can prove. And if people do really think that I've never been a threat and I've only just won because I was very bad in the show, but they had to make me the winner because I've done Nagin, then why did everybody in the house look at me as a threat? Like, it's nothing makes sense. Like, nothing really just like makes like goes with what they're saying. So it's just funny to me.
Okay, I'm happy you have put it out there. People who were doubting it have gotten their answers. So yeah. Moving on. So there have been, of course, a lot of actresses who have played Nagin. Now some have worked wonderfully. Like I remember when Moni Roy did it, it was like the shiz at that time that wow, someone has done something that's very different. Then of course there have been a lot of more actresses. Some received love, some didn't receive that much love. Do you also see as this opportunity as a risk to your career? Because if people start comparing you, because comparisons in such cases are inevitable, as you are in the industry. So if you do something, if it's a franchise, people start comparing you with other people who have played the same role before.
Mm-hmm. Like you said, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. So now it's up to me how seriously I take it. I think all the actresses who've played Nagin have done a brilliant job. It's just that we're all very different from each other as people, as performers. So, or even as the role given to us or the storyline. Just because we're all called Nagin doesn't mean we've literally done the same thing. And so it's justified to legit like compare us with each other. No, the whole storyline's been different. Every actress was given a different graph to follow, or like a certain track, like every season has like a different story to it, right? So you can't really compare what is going to happen. So I am not going to be bothered about that. I'm just going to do my job.
Okay, great. And also talking about your journey in the Bigg Boss house. Now, if I don't ask this, your fans will really be upset. There have been a lot of talks about, Tej Run, and as a hashtag, it has been trending ever since you guys, started talking inside the house. It was made even when there was nothing, only friendship. So,
is it? Oh, I didn't know
yeah,
that. Okay.
way back. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
How does that make you feel? Because a lot of people are showering so much love to both of you. Also, a lot of rumors, a lot of reports are out there saying that you guys are getting married in March, April. There's no month left that they have not reported. Even Karan's father told that, if sab acha hota hai, then jaldi shadi kara denge. Now, how do you respond to that? I need a final answer from you to, sort of shut these reports or give us some conclusion.
See, when I don't have answers to things, I just throw it all on Karan. So I'm going to continue doing that. And I'm going to just say he's not asked. He's not said anything. You want it to happen, not wanted to. Please take this question to Karan. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. And also, talking about the entire journey that you had in the Big Boss house, there was this one thing that really upset the audiences when that entire auntie fiasco happened, and people started blaming you for age shaming and all of that. Now, I'm sure we'll all be 43 one day. That's Shamita's age. How do you take it as? And was it really age shaming from your end, or was it like a casual remark?
Did you watch the episode?
I did the entire. I
Yeah.
actually watched it twice because I had an interview with Shamita day before yesterday. So I had to be very clear when I asked the same thing to her.
Yeah. So I didn't call it out to her. I mean, of course, it was addressed to her, but it was more like a slang.
Yeah.
Also, I really don't know what people are expecting out of me, because see, clearly I've apologized, and I don't know why people just, I don't know. Because now what happens is, when you've actually not age shamed anybody, because I do know I'm going to be that age someday. I hope I am. I mean, I get there. I live a long life. But I would never really do that. And my god, she doesn't even look like an auntie, like, like she's hot as
I
hell.
know.
So yeah. So it was something that it just like came out, and I've apologized for that. Now when people just cannot move on from that, I don't know what they're expecting me to do. What else am I supposed to do? Because what happens is when this thing keeps going on and on and on and on and on, and people just cannot move on, then you stop being apologetic. And I don't want
I
that to happen. So I really just don't want this topic to just keep going on, guys. I really have a life. I have moved on. I signed the show for 4 months. I cannot do it any longer. They're not even paying me for it now. So like हो गया,
know.
मेरा ट्रॉफी आ गया. 4
Yeah.
महीने के ऊपर मैं नहीं खेल सकती हूँ बिग बॉस भैया. I don't know the ones playing it still. Please go and do this with them. I'm doing Naagin now. I'm not
Fantastic.
doing Big Boss anymore. Thank you. 4 महीने more than enough. I'm good. Thank you. It's like that.
Okay, got it. Okay, having said that, lastly, I would really like to ask this to you because usually people, actors who work in the television industry, are called TV actors, TV actor this, TV actor that. That's a little funny to me because we don't write Bollywood actor or film actor when it's someone who works in the films. There is a clear distinction, and I have spoken about it with a lot of TV actors, actors who work in the television industry, and they have all said that it's kind of irritating, and also that they don't get the same treatment when they want to enter the Bollywood industry or work in films. There's a certain way they are looked at as. Have you ever been a part of it? Have you ever experienced something like that? And also, would you like to be a part of films?
I would love to be a part of films. I really think it's very subjective. I think it really depends on the director, or the casting director, or the director who is looking at your audition. If he or she's keeping it that thing in their head that, oh, she or
Yeah.
he's done television, then I don't know. I'd like to question those directors, because aren't you legit like supposed to just look at the audition the person sent you, irrespective of what the person's done before that? That is how I would do it. Like, if I have a character, if I want somebody playing it, if the person plays like fits the bill, right? I wouldn't care what the person's done before, even if it's
Yeah.
just like a street play or a daily soap. It'll be nice if people really did start looking at it like that. And if people give put me in a category, like just like call me a daily soap actress or whatever, then all I can do is just perform like the way I would. Otherwise, there's not like anything differently we do in daily soaps. Of course, there are times we have to give like reactions where it's more
Yeah.
registered, but I that don't really do that. There are times I have to do it, but that doesn't mean like I can't perform a scene like I would normally. So I don't know. That's the
Okay.
way they look at it. Like, I wouldn't have done that. Like, I don't think sensible directors would ever do that.
I'm sure. I'm sure. And there are so many names from the television industry who have made it so,
Also,
so big
Karan,
in
I mean,
Bollywood.
that's like the biggest example. He's done daily soap and he's also done a film. So, like, fortunately,
Yeah. And reality
there are
shows.
people who
Yeah.
don't look at like people on the basis of what they've done in their daily soap and just on the basis of like how they are as actors or like whatever audition he must have sent. So that's sweet. Like, that's what a sensible person would do.
I'm sure. Great. Thank you so much, Tejasswi, for your time. All the very best for Nagin.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Bye. Okay. Thank you so much, Ekta. It was lovely chatting with you.